Hey, everybody, this is Maxine Taylor, and I am so excited to share some news with you, which many of you have asked about. And I've said, yes, I'm going to do it, and I didn't do it, and now I'm going to do it. I'm going to be offering astrology classes. Now, you know, I simplify things. I make it easy to understand. The beginning classes, and there are going to be 3 of them, will start February 9th. Even if the only thing you know is your month, day, and year of birth, this class was made for you. Because the 3 classes, I should say, this course was made for you, because I'm going to simplify it for you. Will you have to memorize the signs and the planets? Oh, of course, that's a given. And I'm going to help you do that. Okay. So those of you who have said that you wanted to study astrology with me, I'm offering a virtual course. That'll be a group of us. And I'm planning on keeping the mics open so that you can ask questions. And in fact, we'll start every class with your questions. And you can send those to me during the week so that I've got your answers ready to go. I'm interested in teaching astrology to those of you who might be interested in someday letting your inner astrologer express itself and hang out your shingle. Now you might say, well, how long does that take? Well, it varies from person to person. We'll start with the beginning classes, okay? Some of you are beyond them. You're ready for the intermediate classes. Those are going to start in March. We're going to be meeting every week, every Thursday at 7 o'clock Eastern time. And I'm going to video everything for you so everybody gets a video that they can study from. So, are you interested? If so, go to my website, MaxineTaylor.com. All the information is there. And what you're going to do is just sign up through PayPal. All the information is on MaxineTaylor.com. If you have questions, please feel free to call me. My phone number is on my website, or email me. My email address is on my website. Please don't come knocking on my door. Anyhow, if you've always wanted to study astrology, if you always wanted to know more about you, if you wanted to know more about what in the world I'm talking about every single month, this class is for you. And I'm going to go as fast or as slow as the group is able to move. I hope this appeals to you, and I look forward to sharing over 50 years of information with you. All right, now let's talk about the February astrology overview. What's going on with the planets in February? Well, first of all, Mercury went direct. I'm sure you could feel it. It's still going to be in the shadow of the retrograde until February 7th. And this is why my beginning class starts on Thursday. Did I say Tuesday earlier? I hope not. Thursday, February 9th. Every Thursday. And the class will move forward as a group. All right. This means that right now is the time to tie up all of those loose ends that you haven't tied up when Mercury was retrograde. Can you start a new project now when it's in the shadow of the retrograde? Yes, you can, but things are still weird, okay? However, if you're planning on taking a trip, for example, if you're planning on buying a new refrigerator, with Mercury in the shadow of the retrograde, it is safe to do that. All right. So, isn't that cool? The sun, let's talk about the sun. It is in Aquarius. Now, you Aquarians are so unique. You have come here to teach the rest of the planet. You are a humanitarian. And those of you who may have not just your sun in Aquarius, but your moon or your ascendant, you ask yourself all the time, am I crazy or is the world crazy? Look around you. It's not you. It's the world. And so you march to your own drummer. You care about people, but you may not care about what they think because you march to your own drummer. I just think that's terrific. The sun, the giver of life, is in your sign right now. And on the 18th, it moves into Pisces, the dreamer of the zodiac, the one who says, I have a vision. The one who says, life is hard. I think I'll just sit here and eat this sandwich or drink this drink or talk to my friends or just not get involved. Pisceans are divinely inspired, or they are so disheartened at times by what the world is doing that they just have to be alone by themselves. And I understand that. Some of our greatest actors and actresses have been born under the sign Pisces. So on the 18th, the sun moves from Aquarius into Pisces. Now, Venus, the planet of love and money and beauty, the lesser benefic, is in Pisces. It is exalted in Pisces because your love is of such a spiritual level that it kind of puts the rest of the world to shame. If you have Venus in Pisces natally, oh man, you express true love, or you can express true love. And so the world is more in a loving space, perhaps a dreamily inspired space. And then on the 19th, Venus leaps into out of my way. I'm doing what I want, when I want, how I want, because I want. Aries. Any planet in Aries says, I'm doing it my way and I'm doing it now. I kind of like that. I think it's great because you're not waiting for permission, approval, acceptance. You're saying, I'm doing it now. And you are. So bravo. Mercury, our dear friend Mercury, who we know goes retrograde 3 times a year and just drives us nuts, is in practical, logical, I don't mope, I don't hope, I cope, Capricorn. And so you're thinking very practically about your career, about your money, about your life. Super. You're taking the grown-up look, the grown-up stance. You're straight ahead, and you're willing to start at the bottom and move to the top. Mercury is what we think about and talk about. So you're thinking and talking about things in a very Capricorn way. Now, on the 11th, Mercury moves into Aquarius, and I just described Aquarius, the sun in Aquarius. When you think like an Aquarian, you're thinking of what's best for the group, aren't you? Those of you who have Mercury in Aquarius natally, you know that what is best for the whole is best for the individuals within the whole. And of course, when the sun moves into Aquarius, or it's in Aquarius now, excuse me, that's exactly what is going on here, what is best for the group. And then, of course, when Mercury goes into Aquarius, your vision increases, your humanitarian side increases. It's quite different from Mercury in Capricorn. Now, Mars has, been retrograde for a while now. It's direct, and it will come out of the shadow on March 15th, but it is direct now, thank goodness. And so it's in Gemini. It's still in Gemini. And this is the world multitasking, doing something with a left hand, same time it's doing something with a right hand. I got to move forward. When Mars went direct in January, everything started moving forward, of course, because Mars is action and energy and progress. Think of Aries. Do it now. And so in Gemini, you're doing it now, but you're doing two things, at least now. You're making up for lost time. Bravo. And you Geminians know what I'm talking about. And Jupiter, it's the greater benefic, and it is in Aries. Now, Jupiter is abundance. It's God's law. It is expansion. It's truth. It's higher. It rules the higher mind. And so with Jupiter in Aries, the world sees the big picture and says, well, what are we waiting on? Let's get going. And you people who have your sun in Aries, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. The full moon in February is on April. Can you hear that Mercury is still in the shadow? My lips are not working as a team. Let me start again. The full moon in February, take a note, is February 5th at 1:30 in the afternoon Eastern time. And it is in 16 Leo 41. Find 16 Leo 41 in your birth chart. This will tell you the area of life where things are going to come to a head. Allow 5-degree orbs forming, 5-degree orbs separating. In other words, it doesn't have to be right smack dab on 16 Leo. It can be 11 Leo. It can be 17, 18, 19, 20, or 21 Leo. I know I should count each day because some people are confused about orbs. So I hope that's clear now. Wherever that moon is, when it's full, that's when things come to a head. That's when they explode. And I'll tell you, a couple of days before then, there is a tension in the air. There is a tension in our, a tension, not a tension, but a tension in our bodies. And so you want to recognize that, because on the full moon, you blast off. Okay? And you'll feel that full moon for a couple of days after it occurs. And then the moon starts waning. And 2 weeks later, we're in what is called the dark of the moon. If you look at the heavens on the dark of the moon, you can't see the moon. Hence, the dark of the moon. I know, brilliant. All right. But it's followed by the new moon, So we're usually in the dark of the moon for about 2 days. The new moon will be February 20th. Here in the Eastern time zone, it'll be at 2:07 a.m. Just change that to your time zone. It's in 1 degree, 22 minutes of Pisces. So the tail end of Aquarius and the early part of Pisces. Give yourself a 5-degree orb on either side of 1 degree Pisces. Okay? And you'll probably start feeling more dreamy because the moon is in Pisces, divinely inspired because the moon is in Pisces. So have a lovely trip. I hope that you find the beauty of the February 20th new moon and find it within you. And come on back in a month and we'll do this again. So, till next month, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.